Good afternoon, ladies. I say good afternoon. You know what day it is. It's Friday. And on a Friday, you grab me, you grab your lunch, you grab a cup of tea, and you join us in the Royal Cuts. Yes? So go ahead and spread the broadcast, invite a girlfriend, let them know that we are on, and we have a lovely guest today. So, in today's active economy, okay, the narrative of financial empowerment is evolving, and women are at the forefront of this rich tapestry of change and innovation. Yes, we are. Unsurprisingly, the concept of empower her wealth, this is more or less where our topic is coming from today. Empower her wealth is not just trending, but it's transforming into a powerful movement. Yes, a powerful movement that we leading ladies get to create a lasting, impactful legacy. Yes, that kind of marries venture with passion and profit. So today in our podcast today, our chat with our guests, we are going to go over the topic, empower her wealth, transforming passions into profits for women's impactful success. I know that's a mouthful, but you'll understand it as we go through. So I would like for today that we take the opportunity and kind of dedicate that session to the women who have dreams of transforming their passion into profitable enterprises, creating not just economic wealth, but also a broader reaching social impact. So I encourage you, my leading ladies, to go ahead, invite a friend, meet us here in the Royal Court so you could gain all the insightful, invaluable knowledge that is ready for you today. And I will see you right here in a few minutes.
Get ready for the Royalty Talk Show with host Portia Basham, the podcast designed for women who are looking to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged. Whether you're just starting out in your career or raising a family, the Royalty Talk Show has something for you. This is your opportunity for empowerment and affirmation. Get blessed with amazing stories from women of all walks of life who want to share their truths and victories and impact the lives of women everywhere. This is your cordial invitation to join us as we sip tea, chat, and empower each other on the Royalty Talk Show and podcast with your host, Portia Basham.
Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Royalty Talk Show, where we teach, empower, and give you the affirmations that you need to build you into who God has called you to be. Listen, this platform is all about everything that encompasses us as women. This is where we talk about our faith, our finances, our friendship. Come on, our fulfillment in life. Yes, baby, our family. This is everything that encompasses us, putting us all together. Yes. So go ahead and let's spread the broadcast. For those who are new to our channel, welcome. Let us know where you're tuning in from. For those who are used to being on our channel, we give you hugs and kisses and tell you welcome to the Royal Courts. Yes. So I am your host, Dr. Portia Basham, of the best podcast in the world. I'm going to claim it, name it, and put it together. Okay. We are the best podcast in the world. Yes, baby girlfriend. And I am your host, Dr. Portia Basham. I'm your brand and business strategist, your professor. Yes, at the Purpose Woman Academy and your 5-time best-selling author. I am also a Forbes Business Council speaker, international speaker, minister of the gospel, you just name it. But I am the founder of She Ministries. And She Ministries is an online community for the leading ladies of royalty as yourself. Yes, I speak fast. Yes, I do. But it is all about all the information pouring into you about you, my leading ladies. So today we get the pleasure of sitting with listen, she is I have to ask her how many months she is, but she is all round and baby-ish. Okay. She is going to have one of those bundle of joys that we get to spoil and send it back to her. So she is my guest, Shanice Jenkins. And let me tell you something. If I pronounce your name wrong, baby, just send me a cup of tea. You know how we do. Just give me a nice cup of tea and we'll be all right. But she is the CEO and the founder of the Wealth Haven Studio, which I can't wait to pop in and to see. And also the CEO and founder of the Wealthy Haven Brand Development Agency. She's a best-selling author. She's a prophetic speaker, and she's an intercessor. Okay, she is all that bag of chips and more sugar plum. But we get to love up on her. So, ladies, I will say again, go ahead. Share the broadcast. Tell everybody that we are on and we are about to chat. We are about to laugh. We are about to drink tea. We are about to tell all you need when it comes to women and their wealth. So, a little bit about our topic going forward before we bring our guests on. And let me tell you, when she comes on, she's going to make sure she keeps us in check. Yes? But a little bit before she comes here, let's just figure out that rise of Empower Her Wealth. Yes. You see, for the modern understanding of wealth, it is not just limited to material possessions. I need you to understand that. It's not just limited to monetary funds, but it encompasses the dimension of independence, of choice, the freedom to shape one's destiny. And I want you to see wealth is not just about money. It is about your destiny, how you put it together. So for women, we reference the wealth for specific, significances. As it is often done, we try to figure out our gateway of equality and influence. Yeah, we carry a lot of things, but we are not just seeing, if you are a foresight woman, a God-fearing woman, we do not just look at things from a material standpoint. We look at things from legacy. You understand how we build that for our families. And I know I'm saying a whole lot before we bring our guests. So I am going to quickly pop in and give you one of our advertisements before we bring our guests on, and we are going to have Miss Jenkins join us in a few minutes after this message. Thank you.
She's been watching, wondering, waiting for the sands of time to give way to a tide of change, when her seas can provide safe harbor to all who reach her shores, and her earthly embrace can soothe your soul. Let her sense of adventure set you free, and her everlasting stars twinkle in your honeymoon skies. She is Saint Lucia. Let her inspire you.
Listen, Saint Lucia could inspire me anytime, baby. She could inspire. Welcome, sugar. Welcome. Oh my goodness. It is so nice to have you. Thank you so much for gracing us with all of just all of you. Just all of you. Okay. So tell us a little about yourself, and then we want to hear a fun fact.
Yes. Well, first, my name is Shanice. A lot of people call me Shanice Royal. Kind of branded myself as on Instagram. So that's usually what I go by. But I am a minister. I am an entrepreneur. I am the founder of the Wealth Haven Studio and the Wealth Haven Brand Development Agency. And I'm also a brand strategist. So I really help women build dynamic brands online through coaching and content creation. So if you are someone that is looking to build a dynamic brand, to get your content and your marketing together, build out your coaching programs, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last 5 years. And I absolutely love it. So it's really a bridge between the purpose and profitability. So
Yes. Fantastic. Now tell us a fun fact. Come on. We want to hear the fun fact. Fun fact.
Fun fact. I think, I'll say the fun fact is why my face is so fat right now. I am 6 months pregnant now. I waited 8 years to have another baby. So I have a daughter who is currently 8, and she's sibling for the last 8 years, and she's finally got her prayer answered. So that's expecting a baby boy, and y'all, let's see, I'm got my 1 and my 2, my girl and my boy, and I'm done.
First of all, let me tell your daughter, let me break the news to your daughter. The way we were raised, right? Whoever that is the first child is going to be the instant babysitter, okay?
Absolutely.
She is going to be the instant go for. You know, we're busy asking for brother and sister. We just don't know we'll be at work for the rest of our years, you know?
Exactly. I think she knows that by now.
Listen, it's going to wear out quick when she gets that to her. Go get this. Go get that. Could you stand over there? Could you make sure? Could you do so? She's going like, wait a minute now.
It's already started. She's like, Mom, I agreed to help you with the baby, not before the baby. I'm like, honey, it started.
Yes.
Pregnant. Yes.
Listen, it is what it is. From the time this baby comes out, she's going to be like the second mama. It is what it is.
It is what it is, right?
So we are going to quickly say hello to the ladies because everybody's chiming in. We Listen, Piper, how are you? Mwah! We send kisses. We have Dr. Audra saying hi, ladies. We have Dr. Kimberly saying good day. Yes, yes. She loves everything about what's going on here. I'm super excited. Ladies, make sure you go in and you share the content so that way we have everybody coming in. Dr. Kimberly asked, what a powerful statement. Wealth is not about money, but it's about yes, come on. So now that we have the ladies all in here and wanting to know what's going on, I'm going to ask you to tell us what does our topic mean to you, and how we could start to dive into merging that really that profit, purpose, and destiny all coming together.
I love that. And I love the Empower Her Wealth. I think that is so powerful in itself. And for me, it positions women to walk in power, to walk in dominion, to have answers, but to also be an answer. And I think that is so important because the Bible says that money answereth all things. And for us to be empowered to build wealth, it allows us to, number one, have answers to the solutions that we need in life, but it also empowers us to be an answer to someone else that may be in need. It empowers us to advance the kingdom when we both have answers and we are an answer. So I think empowering her to be wealthy and empowering women to be wealthy positions us, number one, to have answers, but to also be an answer in the earth.
Be an answer. Come on. That right there will preach 10,000 times. Okay. Be an answer.
I'm an answer.
We always find a way to bring the problems, baby. I remember when in my early years of, I'm only 25 for shipping and handling. So in my early years, I remember when you go for training, the first thing that the managers used to say is, don't bring me the problems. Bring me the solution. Just bypass the problem. This is happening, but this is my idea of how to make it work. And that is what you're saying to us, to the ladies right now. Don't just see the problem. Don't just bypass the problem. Don't talk about the problem, but be the answer to the problem. Listen, baby,
I think that's a real leader has solutions, is a solutionist, and has access to solutions. So I love that.
Yes. And I always say to beat my friends, beat my clients, beat my family. If you bring me a problem, my instinct is to give you the solution.
Right. Yeah.
If you are not prepared for the solution, don't bring me the problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the bandwidth to just sit in the problem.
Right.
I have the bandwidth to get out of the den, out of the what do you call it, the pit. That's how my brain works. Okay, we're in the pit. Let's not wallow in the fact we're in the pit. Let's figure out how we're going to get out of the pit and how we're not going to find ourselves back in the pit again.
Yes, that's good.
Okay. All right, baby. So we have 3 points to go over. The first point is transforming passion into profit. And then the second point we're going to take a look at is overcoming the challenges to the path of empowerment. And then the last point we're going to take a look at, and I know those points are heavy all by itself, is the tools and the resources for that financial empowerment. So let's look at the first one. The first one is, let us talk a little bit about transforming that passion into profit.
I think number one, for me, especially with helping leaders create coaching programs and build businesses and working with brand owners, one of the things that I realize is you could have passion all day, but if your passion never meets a problem, you could never be profitable. So it goes back to us, number one, being the answer. When you realize that you have the ability to provide a solution to somebody's problem, once your passion meets a problem, then you are able to position yourself for profitability. And this is how we're able to turn our passions into profitability versus them just being burning desires in our hearts. find a problem that aligns with your passion and position yourself to be a solution to that problem. So ultimately, your passion is what brings you profitability. Oh, I can't hear you.
I like that. And out of 100% of the time, we all run with the passion. Oh, baby, we can run in the passion all day. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We can run in the passion all day. And when you ask, what does your passion solve? Most of the times, it solves our problems.
Right.
It solves our problems. And then we try to figure out how we could make other people kind of join in our problems with us, so we could see if we could make that work.
Mm-hmm.
But you are right. We have to make our passion meet the needs of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, then you can see what the profit is. And we've all been there. We've all gone through that little, story where we because we could do it, we run with it.
Yes.
And that's not normally the case, because there are a lot of things I could do. And if I keep running with everything that I could do, I most likely will be the only one running in the park.
I've started a lot of passion projects.
Yes.
A lot of passion projects that didn't really solve a problem. And it was just birthed out of me having a passion to do it. But in the grand scheme of things, I maybe did the branding behind it. I created logos. I did all these things, built the whole brand, just to realize that it wasn't profitable, because it was a passion for me, but it didn't fix a problem for somebody else.
Yes. And you know what? I used to get upset with my husband. My husband is a lawyer by profession, and he would walk past and he would go like this. Oh, you're having fun with your project? Man, that's not my project. But it's like, I understood later on why he was saying that, because not everything that you put your hands to do is where you need to put your time towards, and every time I love making jewelry. I was saying that I love to sew, and I put my energy into it. But to be honest, I prefer the designing of the dresses than to sit and to physically sew the dress. That doesn't mean that I can't sew. I just love the designing of it. I have the business mind as to how to take it from here to there. I want somebody else to work the labor to
right.
What my husband used to tell me is to be in the sweatshop. You need to get people to be in the sweatshop. You cannot be in the sweatshop and the office at the same time.
Same time. Wow.
I like the fact that you say passion has to definitely meet the problem. So the next thing is that let's talk about the strategizing of money. How do we now that we figure out our passion has to meet a problem, how do we take it and see money coming out of it?
Well, first thing, I do want to give you another fun fact is I went to school for fashion as well, and I was designing jewelry at one point. I was designing shoes, jewelry, clothes.
So what happened? You went to school. Listen, let me correct you. You went to a whole school. Yes. Come on now.
For fashion, but I went to school for fashion merchandising, so it's more so the business of fashion, and that's where I learned marketing and all those things. But I realized that the fashion was for me because it was something that I enjoyed, but I didn't really enjoy dressing everybody else. I just enjoyed looking good.
Oh my gosh, no way. Now you know how I ended up in branding, because I did all the designing, and I just have that knack for wanting to design. So I ended up stretching into many things that requires designing. Because that's in your vein. You want to be creative,
Yes.
So, oh my gosh. Well, we definitely have a lot in common.
Right.
Excepting all that 6 month shenanigans. You by yourself in that. Yes. You by yourself.
As far as really bringing it into how do I make money now? So now that I know my passion, I know the problem that I solve, how do I position myself to now make money? For me, I really believe that is positioning yourself to create your solution. So how is your solution? I always tell my clients to ask yourself these 3 things. Who are you called to serve? What problem are you called to solve? And how do you then present your solution? How do you solve that problem? What is your process of solving that problem? So how do you monetize your process? You want to figure out how do you package whatever it is, whatever solution it is that you are providing, you want to figure out, how do I package my process, whether that is in a coaching program, in a course, in a digital or physical product. You want to figure out, once you know who I'm called to serve, what problem am I called to solve, then you want to ask yourself, how do I package my solution? Once you figure out how to package your solution, then from there you build the brand around that offer, and you can start to become profitable by packaging the solution into something that other people are able to get access to. Because if it's just in your head, it's not enough, right? If it's just in your head and you don't actually make it into something that is tangible for other people to be able to receive that impartation, whether that's through coaching, courses, digital products, physical products, however you decide to put your solution out in the earth, you want to figure out, how do I get my solution into the earth and into the hands of other people so that I can create an exchange. So that exchange usually happens when you figure out how to package that solution. And that's usually what I support my clients with, is packaging their solutions so that they can now create an exchange, receiving an investment for what it is that they do.
Yes. You said a lot. You said a lot for the people in the front of the line, okay? The people in the back of the line are saying, did we get it? Did we get it all?
I hope they caught it.
Yeah. The people in the back of the line go, what did she say about number 2? I missed number 2. So. But this is good.
Yes.
Now let's dive into our second point, which is overcoming that challenges on the path of empowerment. This is where we now overcome the gender challenges. This is now where we overcome, who you think you be to sit at the table, those kind of little shenanigans. This is where we come across the power of resilience, the mindset shift. So talk to us a little about that.
I think you need to really be very secure in who you are.
Yes.
I am someone that has, I don't know, I've just always had a certain confidence to myself where it's like, I'm not intimidated by who's in the room, even if I just got into the industry, even if I just started.
Yes.
I'm not inferior of anyone knowing more than me. I actually, I believe that you should value other people's wisdom. You should count it an honor to have access to people that may know more than you. But sometimes we'll get into spaces and we'll allow those spaces to intimidate us. That imposter syndrome of, am I qualified to be here? And I always say, it's either God is giving me a peek into where I'm supposed to be, and this is why to have access. He's reminding me of, why I am here and who I am, even if it's a room that I feel like I'm not qualified to be in. It's either maybe I'm not qualified right now and I'm going to get the tools while I'm in here so that I can be qualified, or I'm just showing up with confidence, period. So I'm also a realtor. And I'll say, when I first got into real estate, I had no experience in real estate, but in real estate, they're very big on networking. So I go into these rooms where people have been in the real estate industry for 30 years. I go in, I dress nice, I look well, and I talk about what I don't know, and I listen to the things. I talk about what I do know, and I listen to the things I don't know. Right. And I would just walk in the room with confidence, be myself in that room, and not be intimidated about who's been there the longest or who has more experience and all of these different things. I just go fully in confidence, fully in my God-given identity, and just be who God has called me to be, no matter what room I walk in.
I like that. And it's easy between you and me. It's easy said than done. And it's a learned behavior.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. It really is a learned behavior. And yes, to be myself. Exactly. Now let me just put a pin on what I was about to say and just respond to being myself.
Yes.
We have to understand that being myself doesn't mean that you show up with all your rough edges.
Yes.
Being yourself means that you show up in your authentic self.
Right.
Your disciplined, authentic self. Choice of words. disciplined, authentic self. Don't show up.
Appropriate.
Hey, don't show up anyhow and say you're being yourself. You have to show up in your authentic self, in your disciplined manner. And that, baby girl, either you have to go to school and learn how to do it, do the classes and learn how to be the lady that you called to be. But you have to understand when you show up in the room. Yes, number one, you have to be confident in who you are. You have to be confident in the knowledge that you have, in the experiences that you've gone through, and in the God that's backing you up in the process.
Right.
Because just as you said, even if you are new in the industry, that doesn't mean that you don't bring something to the table.
Right.
Because as much as you are new to real estate, but you are not new to branding. Somebody in real estate have no clue how to pull all their things together. But let me tell you, they are a beast when it comes to selling a house.
Yep.
And maybe you need to learn that. So everybody has good day, ladies, good day. Everybody has a strength.
Yes.
Okay. They have a strength that you now could tap into. I may be great at a lot of things, but there are still things that I want to learn along the way, because I believe that we have to always be students to learn what it is we need to be and to do going forward. So I like when you said that you have to be confident in yourself. I think it was Dr. Noel Jones that said it the best when he said, do not let anybody make you dummy down your experiences, because your experiences are what gets you to where you need to be.
Absolutely.
You know, we all go for things and we say it's just us going through it. But somebody else, while you're talking to them, you're like, sweetheart, oh baby, you'll be all right, because I went through it. I survived. Look at me. I survived. You will be all right. And sometimes we just need to hear that. So I love that. Talk to us a little bit about a mindset, specifically for the mindset. I know we said that we need to be comfortable in who we are, but talk to us about how we could get that mindset to turn completely around to being confident in who we are.
I think number one is really training yourself, training your mind. I think the more that for me personally, the more that I've invested in myself, the more my confidence grew.
Yes.
So sometimes you don't start off that way, but you have to make those deposits within yourself that reaffirm who you are. You also have to surround yourself with people that reaffirm who you are and people that are not intimidated by who you're called to be. There's environments that I've been in where I felt like I had to make myself smaller because everyone would feel like you're doing too much if you were the full version of you, right? So getting yourself in environments that reaffirm who you are, that don't make you feel like you're doing too much or you have to play yourself small at any point, but environments that cultivate you walking in the fullness of who God has called you to be. And then also investing in yourself, get in rooms with people that know more than you, people that are doing it bigger than you're doing it anyway. And inspires you to grow. It inspires you to expand and to even enlarge your own vision, but it really puts you in a position to build your confidence. The more that I started investing in myself, investing in my knowledge, because sometimes we're not confident because we're not prepared or we don't know enough, right? So sometimes that confidence isn't coming from a place of I'm not good enough. It's just I'm not prepared for the opportunity. And how you combat that is by positioning yourself to know more, invest in your knowledge, invest in your expertise, and invest in your environment. And that will ultimately build your confidence so that when you walk in the room, you know exactly who you are, what you're talking about, and it's nothing that somebody can take away from you.
Yes. Invest in yourself. If you listen to documentaries on how people become, how they evolve to be millionaires, the first thing they say is, we spend time reading 10 pages. We spend time reading 5 pages a day of a book that we want to learn to do more or better ourselves. I think it was, tell me his name, Jesus. Les Brown. Is it Les Brown? That's his name?
Les Brown.
He said, the only way to show that you're the expert is to be able to speak and to speak wisely, intellectually. The only way you could do that is to make sure that you're reading, because if you're not reading, how else would you be able to inform or to give that kind of knowledge to somebody? So I will tell you, there was one time last year I had surgery, and I spent my whole recovery watching movies. Girl, I watch movies till I couldn't watch movies no more. Yes. And every time somebody called me, guess what I was doing? Talking about the movie I was watching. Because that's what I was putting into me. You see, that's what I was
what you're taking.
Yes, that's what I was putting into me, and it comes full circle to what you put in is what you take out.
Yeah.
So let us put into ourselves the things that would help us to move and to propel ourselves forward. Our final point is tools and resources for that financial empowerment. Let us talk about those tools and resources, because baby, we could talk about putting that passion and problem together. We could talk about those monies, but we have to figure out what it is we need to work with to make all of that come together.
Well, there's a couple things with building. I'll talk about building in a brand online. A lot of times we think that building a brand is just what happens on the front end, or what happens
the logo, the website. Come on, talk to them.
Just those visible things that people can see on your social media platform, but we don't talk about the things that are happening behind the scenes and your back end. I was talking to my mentorship group the other day about investing in your back end, and not just the back end of your own life personally. That goes back to our discipline. That goes back to what are we doing and how are we investing in ourselves, but also the back end of your businesses. Your business is so much more than what is presented online. What does that experience look like? Do you have an onboarding process? Do you have an offboarding process? Do you have a process that is bringing your clients in? Do you have a process to get leads for your business? Do you have a process to nurture those leads? Do you have an email list? It's so many different things on the back end of your business that you should have beyond this, what am I presenting on social media? What ends up happening is we'll present amazing things on social media, and then we lose people along the way because our back end is not clean. It's not professional. It doesn't provide a great experience. Do you have a follow-up system? Like, there's so many things that you need on the back end. If that person doesn't sign up with you today, do you have a system in place to follow up with them? How does that work? How are you nurturing people on the back end? What does your customer service experience look like? Does what you're doing on the back end reflect the same quality that you're providing on the front end of your brand?
Yes. It also comes down to like you said, networking, and networking is very important. That's the cornerstone of success.
Powerful, yes.
I know before COVID, we all gathered together. Everything that happened, you had to drive to it. Once COVID hit and you realized you could do everything virtual, girl, I was one of those that was like, sign me up virtually. I'll dress up to sit at home. Sign me up virtually. I'll dress up to be at the computer. Sign me up virtually. Yeah. But eventually we realized that we now still have to go out and mingle. Now, granted, because of the fact that we realized we could do so much virtually, we were exposed to working with clients that were not even in our backyard.
Yes.
Because I got the opportunity to work with clients all the way in the UK, all the way in Holland. You know, you got opportunities to do lots of activities across the world. So you cannot at the same time knock the fact that networking only requires you to be in person, but networking also is something done virtually. One would say the saying is, it's not about what you know, but who knows. Okay. And who holds the weight when building a business, and who holds the weight when advancing in the career. So it's not just about what you know, but also who you know and who you connected with. Now that could go, what they call it, negative and positive at the same time. Sometimes the person you know will drive you down the drain and you would never be able to recover the way you were before. Yet you do have those that if you connect to the right pipeline, they pump good energy through you, and now you're able to evolve. And I think, like you said, that's where mentorship comes into play. That's where that networking and coming together with like-minded people come into place. So you are so right on that. You seem to be knocking, you know, that game where they pound everything that pops up from the
I love what you said about networking, because that is something that is actually huge for me this year. So when the pandemic hit, I went from hosting like in-person events and doing all in person, just doing everything online. And like you said, I had amazing opportunities to work with people from all over the world.
Yes.
And while that was amazing, coming into this year, one of the things the Lord said to me is that elevation was coming to those who collaborated. And he also said to me, for me personally, to establish my footing in my community. And one thing that I had realized is I was helping a lot of people all over the world, but there were people right here in my backyard that may be clients for me or may need my support that I didn't necessarily have a footing in helping them. So even with establishing the Wealth Haven, we host monthly wealth building classes. And we had Candace Witherspoon last night come in and teach a class on business credit and all of these things. But it was an opportunity for me to bring people together to network in person, but to also establish my footing here in my community. And I'm like, there's so much that I could be doing right here in my community. And sometimes our focus is so broad that we forget to just be faithful over our local, because we're trying to.
And you know what, you talking to me, because I used to enjoy, let me say that I shouldn't say used to, because I still do. I enjoyed hosting tea party events. That's my thing. Everything tea, you call me. I enjoyed doing that. And you are right. I when I stopped it, it was because I got comfortable. And listen, baby, comfort. You know, you dress half up. Come on now, comfort. You dress half up. You sit down here and you smile and you turn it off, and you could just go, you know, two doors down, and you in your room all back, you know, put that robe back on like you never sat there. Comfort. We got to the point where we got to be so comfortable doing the rotation of things. And like you said, this is the time where I have to get out of that comfort zone and go behind the steering wheel. I mean, baby, I've had a truck for a few years, and that truck looked like as if all I did was move it from this parking lot to this parking lot. I
drive to church and back. That's
it. You could know where to find me, and that in one way that's good, but it's sad. You know where to find me, because I drive to pick the boys up, drop the boys off, go to church, come back home. This, like, the car could take me there without me even pushing it, because
memory.
Exactly so. So I want to, just like you said, start to, you know, kind of move out of that comfort zone, start to really touch more than just the people far away, but touch the people close by. You know, sometimes if you talk to somebody, they tell you, oh, I didn't know you did that. But somebody all across the water say, oh, you don't know her, she does this, that. And the ones in your backyard have no clue.
Yeah, that's true.
Have no clue that you're moving and shaking. But let me tell you, my children is the worst. My son, one day he was in class, he said, he comes from school and he's upset. I'm asking this little boy, what's your story? He goes, oh, they were talking about people's parents, you know, like I think they were talking about what Google could do, what you could get on Google. And everybody's typing their parents' name. And, you know, the parents come up, everybody just had a Facebook, nothing much. And then they type in this little boy's mother's name, okay? Put in Portia Basham, and a whole litany of things come up, you know. And he didn't pay them any mind, because he's doing his thing. And the teacher goes, well, Jed, you didn't tell me your mom. He goes, whose mom? My mom? And he's coming to look. He's coming to look because he's more shocked. He's like, you sure you have to wait? You know, but when he comes home, this is his question to me. He goes like this, Mommy, you didn't tell me. I was like, boy, I'm in the same house with you.
Right.
He said, at what stage did you earn your doctorate? And I didn't know. At what stage did you? And I'm like, Are you sure you're in the same house? That's his questions to
Mhm.
me. Because everybody else, like you said, knows who you are. But the
Yeah,
ones in your neighborhood, the ones in your
no,
circle have no clue,
right.
who you are. So I like the way you said when you said that God's commissioned you to now collaborate. And I believe you are right. When you collaborate, you're not just carrying the weight of the burden by yourself.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
We keep saying, God, we need help. Well, okay, what are you going to do about it? You
Yeah.
can't carry it by you. You need to collaborate with somebody that could now not just compete, but the person could share because there are things that you are not great at, but that person is great at it.
Yes, yes, yes.
There are
I
things
love
that you are not great at, but this person is great at this and you are great at that. But the two of you coming together, you now tap into
it's
different.
dynamic. Yes, it is dynamic. It is dynamic, the things that we could do together. And
Together.
I've been a one-man band in my business for the last 5 years, and building and building and doing all of the things because I know how to do them. And
Yes.
God was like, yeah, this is not how I called you to operate in business. And one thing I realized when Pastor Cheryl was actually talking about leadership, and she was talking about, what was it? Are you a teammate or something like that? A good team player. But she said, God never called anybody to build anything by themselves.
Oh, come on
Anytime
now.
they were by
That
themselves,
hit me.
he was
That hit
working
me
with them.
too.
I was like, oh my gosh. And she said, anytime they were by themselves, it's because he was working on something personal in them. But when they were building, it was always a team that they were building with. And that thing hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, you
Yes.
know what? That's exactly why the Lord said collaboration in this year, because what we've been called to build was never meant to be done alone.
Yeah, and even within my Christian leadership program that I am teaching, the main topic is to building the team and
Yes.
building the team and working with the team and making it be known that you are not by yourself. When we are going through our lessons, one of the things I say to the ladies, who is your helper? Because remember when they said Moses had Aaron, everybody had somebody. They went by twos. Every time you hear something, you hear them by twos. Who is your next person that is helping carry that weight with you? And you're right. I could be, Jane, Jill, and the bottle washer and everything in turn. You should see, we pulling, doing. But in the end, you wear yourself out.
Yes.
You wear yourself out, and then you say, God, it's not working. And he's like, well, it's not working because you're trying to be Jane of all trades and master of nothing.
Right.
Oh my God. The ladies are saying this is good.
This is good. Yes.
You can't run the show by yourself. What did the Lord say? When I'm sending you out, I'm sending you out by twos.
2 by 2. Yes.
Listen, you cannot be a one-man show. And we, out of 100% of the time, especially ladies, we try to keep it all to ourselves. We try to run it and build by ourselves. We want to be able to build a foundation and do the this and do the that. You listen, the men have it figured out. The men do it all together. Bro, you come in, bro. We doing this, bro. Let's chat, bro. Now I see women coming together and saying, let us build that sisterhood, let us build that network, let us bounce ideas off of each other, and
I think that's been a pride thing too.
Yes.
A pride thing, not being afraid to ask for help or feeling too prideful to ask for help because you want to feel like you have it all figured out.
Yes. Yeah, and listen, I don't have it all figured out.
Yeah,
I don't have it all figured out. I'll be the first to tell you what I am good at.
Yeah.
Tell me what you are good at. Let's find the bridge in between and see how we can work it out. I'm quick to ask, what are you good at? Because everybody has that thing that makes them shine and blossom when they do their thing.
Right.
Baby, I'm telling you, I could sew and I could put the dresses together, but don't look for me to dress you. I'm not the stylist.
Right.
No, I'm not the stylist. Lady Kenya, I keep saying to her, come and put my outfits together and tell me, wear this today, wear that tomorrow. And I'm okay with that.
Yes.
But I am not, I will not come and dress you, but I will maybe tell you how to design the dress that will suit you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. So what is that thing that you are good at? Listen, Minister Smith says, I don't have it all figured. Baby,
we do not.
We do not. I'll be the first to raise my hands and tell you, I do not know it all. Okay, but what I know it well.
Well, right.
What I know it well. When I tell you I know something, is because baby has been there, done that, got a t-shirt and could talk about it. I know it well. So before we wrap it up, two things I want to do. I want to just invite the ladies to join the VIP listing for the Royalty Lady Society. And then I'll give you the opportunity to let the ladies know how they could contact with you. So ladies, are you in such of a community? This is where we come together and we flourish and we blossom and we grow spiritually, we grow personally, we grow professionally. And our community, the Royalty Lady Society, I love the name, just everything about it. The Royalty Lady Society is all about celebrating your successes, helping you to overcome challenges. I always say to my ladies, there is nothing new under the sun. We all go through things one way or the other. We go through it. But if we listen, if we give ear to another woman and hear how they dealt with it, we are able to deal with the issues that come across our table. So we help you to overcome your challenges and share your passions of entrepreneurship and teaching you how to balance the thing called life. Baby, we have many hats. How do we figure it all out without feeling like as if we're drowning in the process? So look no further. I would like you to be part of the Royalty Lady Society. It is the tribe for you, baby. This is the society. It's everything about business, luxury, fellowship, girl talk over tea. And baby girl, when I say girl talk over tea, we go deep. Okay, so we understand the importance of authentic connections and the value of the power of building those relationships. So join our VIP list today. And when you get the VIP, we get you onto the VIP list. We get you to give you all the information you need. You get the instant access to what's coming up within the Royalty Lady Society. And I would like you to go to sheministriestv.com, and that is sheministriestv.com, and sign up for our VIP list, and you will be able to get all the information as to how to connect with this mentorship. Now, my leading lady, my baby mama, tell us how we could connect with you.
Yeah, so well, as far as social media, I'm mostly active on Instagram at Shanice_Royal. That's Shanice_Royal. And you can definitely click any of the links in my bio on my Instagram to get access to all the things that I do, whether that's building out your coaching program. If you have an idea in your mind, if you have a solution that you want to package into a coaching program, into a digital course, or any type of digital product, you definitely want to click the link in my bio and join our Leverage Your Leadership coaching program. We also have digital resources, my resource list that is going to be able to support you. If you're thinking about launching any planners, self-publishing any books, anything of that nature, we have our resource and vendors list that is also available at the link in my bio. Or if you just have questions, shoot me a DM and I will send you in the right direction. You can also visit the Wealth Haven Studio on Instagram as well. If you are interested in getting your content together, we have an in-house team of photographer, videographer, brand strategist. We have hairstylists, we have makeup artists.
Come on now.
The whole nine to get your brand together. And you can come do a VIP day with me and I will get all of your content together for the next 90 days. So if you're interested, shoot me a DM and I will definitely send you in the right direction.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure sitting and chatting with you. I am going to put you in the back stage, and then I am going to come back and love upon you. And I'm going to just close off with the ladies in the royal courts. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Want to elevate your leadership skills? Join our Christian Leadership Certification Program, covering team leadership, ministry counseling, financial management, and more. Advance your Christian leadership skills with an accredited certificate program from the esteemed partnership of Christian Bible Institute and Seminary. Visit PortiaBasham.com/Christian Leadership Certification. Register today and become the Christian leader you are destined to be.
I've been busy chatting about, empower her wealth, okay, unveiling that essence of how to find ourselves, not just money-wise, but how to build that destiny for ourselves and our family. So the future of women's empowerment, let's think about that as we wrap up. The movement towards empower her wealth signifies the shift in the financial paradigm, okay? On one we could say the blending of prosperity with personal fulfillment for us as leading ladies. It is a call to action on the ongoing narrative that propels us as women to take charge of our financial destinies with courage, creativity, and, as we said, collaborations. I need you to understand that empowering her wealth, which is what our topic was all about today, is not just a solo endeavor, but it is a thriving way for us now to build ourselves into who God has called us to be. So, number one, I invite you to definitely send us that email if you would like to join, be on the VIP list for the Royalty Lady Society when we eventually put it all together. I am super excited to have Shanice Jenkins join us today. So we're super excited that she got the opportunity to chat with us. So this brings us to the end of our program. I pray that it was beneficial to you. I will give you a few opportunities to be, visibility opportunities to you. If you'd like to be on our next podcast with us right here, send us an email. It's info@PortiaBasham.com. If you would like to also be on the She Ministries TV show, send us that email, info@PortiaBasham.com as well. If you would like to take advantage of the online accredited Christian leadership program, said you could send me an email and I will send you the link for us to get started. Our next class starts and it's a 10 weeks program, but our next class starts on March 7th. And you could go ahead and send us an email, info@PortiaBasham.com. If you have not subscribe to the She TV network on our YouTube channel. This is where we offer dynamic programming, merges your day-to-day living with the Word of God, and to build your faith, inspire, impact you, and ignite you as a leading lady of society. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel just the same. So I would like to say before we wrap it up, listen, I am Dr. Portia Basham. You are saved, highly favored to do what God has called you to do. Let nobody tell you otherwise, okay? I love you with the love of the Lord, and I will definitely look forward to seeing you right here next Friday, right here on the Royalty Talk Show. Take care and have a blessed weekend.
Thanks for tuning in to the Royalty Talk Show with your host, Portia Basham, the talk show and podcast designed for women who are looking to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged. We pray today's show was a blessing to you. Remember to tune in next time for your regular dose of encouragement and affirmation, so you can hear from other amazing women from all walks of life who share their stories and advice on everything from personal growth to living their dreams. So until next time, we look forward to seeing you to sip some tea, chat, and empower each other on the Royalty Talk Show and podcast.